everything for you this evening, hit the like button. Also, it's early enough to open up the line for the phone, as well as Zoom. And yeah, also, if you have to work or have other plans Sunday, I understand there's only going to be so much sunshine before we transition over into the fall. If you're busy on Sundays and still want to be a part of the academy, that's fine, because it's pre-recorded. Everything is recorded, and you have access to it even after the academy is done. We give you a link. Boom. Put it on your television or your computer. You can pick and not only that, you can pick the portion you would like to start with first. You have your Hebrew, news, and lesson. So you can look at it any day of the week outside of Sunday. Okay? So don't let that prohibit you from actually enrolling. It's fun being there, but But anyway, let's go. Let's go. Speaking of medical apartheid, why do they focus on the black Jews? It seems as if we can't do anything without others focusing or imposing on our space. Think about this.
What do you say? Let's give it a shot.
Even during this election, right? They claim black people are 13% of the population. Why are the Republicans and Democrats so focused on which way black people, black men in particular, is seeking to cast their ballots? Think about that. %13% of the population, but everyone is worried about what Judah
That might be fun.
is doing. Listen to this and listen to this good. You're going to have the history to why they'll always focus on us. Folks, it's their position to focus on us. They are hired to watch and focus on us. And it has always been like that throughout history. And we're going to tell you why in a moment. Even the black boule, whether it be Steve Harvey, whether it be that guy Smiley that cried the other day, the fraternities and the sororities, they will lose their jobs if they cease from the mantle or position of controlling our thoughts. If they decided to do what was right according to the Bible.
Yep, tell the truth. Stop pushing agendas for the Satanists at the top. Top 1% government. That owns everything.
They would get cast out. They are what the Bible, well, what history shows, and I'm going to show you all that in a moment, they're buffers. They're buffers. They're always used and are incentivized. Those at the Breakfast Club, there's no independent thought, not even one, amongst those that are at the Breakfast Club. Okay? Whether it be Envy, whether it be Charlemagne, we're going to show you their position out of scriptures, how they're used by a particular faction, a historical faction.
Jewish people, aka Edomites, aka Esau. So, yeah.
That have always focused on Judah. They're buffers. They're in.
The government 144 GOC, they got more eyes on them, so they can't say certain things, or they'll get insta banned. I got less eyes on me, so I'm gonna just say it. Like, this is like my fourth, fifth YouTube channel, so yeah.
Between something else, a society. And we're going to talk about this. And it's in their interest to keep us confused, off kilter, or entertained. While,
AKA distracted.
While doing what? Yeah. While picking us off. That's the whole point. Think about this. I'm going to talk about it. Why focus on a war of strong, spiritual, ready men? Why focus on engaging that if you can get rid of the army before it had an opportunity to breathe?
That's the babies being unalived in those hospitals.
And we're going to talk about that and more. Why they've always focused on
Israelite babies.
Judah, and we're going to go way back into biblical times today, this evening.
The dragon shall pursue the woman. Woman is Israel. The dragon is Satan.
And see, this is why,
That's a Bible verse.
to some degree, they try to label those like Kanye West and others crazy. You notice out of nowhere they started talking about mental health and make sure you got your mental health together. You start hearing about mental health all over the place. Why? Why have they started speaking of the mental health when they have the mental health when they have the mentally ill in all authoritative positions as taskmasters over us? Okay, listen to what I'm telling you, folks. The reason they go into mental health is because they knew during the awakening that our people, when the Most High would begin to awaken our people, we would begin to question everything. And they needed a built-in accusation to demonize or discredit the awakening so that they can dismiss situations instead of doing what? Instead of speaking to what's being addressed or what's being expounded.
I'm about to cook and I'm about to take a shower, so I'm probably just gonna keep the stream going. I don't feel like ending it, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie.
Founded upon. So instead of listen to what
So there will be background noise later, so whatever. If you truly want to learn something, you'll keep listening. It's not that much noise.
someone is saying during the awakening, and who are putting two and two together, and stating it, leading to a honest conversation that will lead to an honest conversation, folks. They would then discredit one by claiming that they're off their meds.
Yeah, I remember Kanye West back then. They tried to put him on meds to kill him. He wasn't having it. Actually, funnily enough.
Okay? Or that they're mentally ill. So this is what you do. You what? You project. You misdirect. Instead of addressing whether or not what's coming out of someone's mouth addressing whether or not it's true. Why is so many people pressed upon our people? Listen to this. Last week, fair use. Last week, one second. Last week, we had Kanye West's interview with Candace on, right? And one thing stood out that I'm going to use, fair use, for educational purposes only, that I'm going to use to pivot off.
Yo, if you're on Twitch, type in the chat, bro. What's your beliefs, bro? Very quick. Because I do kind of want to explain more instead of just playing a video. Because people just don't understand. They just leave or whatever they do. Who's watching? It might just be brainsies or something low key. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit there forever.
Right now. See, Kanye West began to, lose it because when he realized the world and the reality of the world, when he began to see it for what it really is and understood it, it became a serious paradigm shift for him. It totally destroyed the world he thought existed.
Yep. Everything's a lie. Literally, like, that's not a meme or a joke. People, like, roll their eyes or whack their head. Like, that shit ain't no meme, bro. Everything is literally a lie. Like, literally. Like, to find the word literally means, like, everything, bro. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean everything. Everything your parents taught you, teachers, doctors, all that. News, government, military, Marines, I don't care who it is. That shit's a lot, bro. When it comes to, like, life. Now, obviously not freaking, like, cooking or engineering, but life is life.
He thought that he could, with his ideas...
Or history. That's probably history. Like truth and stuff like that.
Operate within this world and help change it for the better.
Or you could say like Christ and God and stuff, or just God, or whatever. Most High. It's really the Most High, really. Because the whole God thing is just fallen angels, because pagans worship all angels as gods. So it's really the Most High, because the Most High is above all. So yeah.
That's what he thought. A lot of us grew up dreaming, believing that, hey, we can change things. We're good people. There's homeless people. We could easily just one day get old enough to buy a whole thing of land to help the homeless people who are living on the streets. How many of us had those dreams growing up? Never understood how a powerful, rich country as such can just walk over their own poor.
Yep, because they're pagan, they're satanic, they don't care about them. And plus, you had Oprah Winfrey and freaking The Rock begging for donations to come out of her ass. It's like, dude, they're billionaires. Like, don't you donate? Yeah, I'm a donate. I'm a donate. Yeah, for sure, buddy. Yeah, for sure. Like, I'm a donate to.
But then he started realizing that no, the way the world is exactly how the powers that be wants it. This is how they want the world. And no one can actually fathom a people that would be so satanic.
Yeah. People can't fathom how evil these people are. They can't. Just know this: if there's people shooting up places and murdering and raping, there's people at the top that are satanic too. Power corrupts. People want to forget that saying exists. Is true, bro. Power corrupts, bro. Somebody has top 1% get biased. They got the power and the money to be biased. Like, if they want to do what they want, they can. They got the power and money. And if they want to do a satanic, guess what? They're doing something satanic, and they're not criminals, and they're getting away scot-free. But as soon as regular people do it, they're like in jail for life, or executed or something. Like, wish it is.
Without spirit.
And people think there's some good people or something. Like, oh, all those people, rich billionaires at the top, government at the top. Like, they're evil, man.
And that in of itself breaks a person who's seeking to help a world that needs healing. All right? Now, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go to the Geneva Bible. It's a Bible that predates the King James Version Bible, real quick. And I'm going to pull up one thing from Kanye West and pivot off of that. Right? I'm going to the Geneva Bible. But before I go there, let's first go to Ephesians.
It's about to be 4
the
hours.
6th chapter. And the 12th verse. Ephesians 6, verse 12.
Day of the Sabbath, by the way, the real Sabbath.
Ephesians
not Sunday,
6 and 12
pagan
reads,
worship.
all right, reads here. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Now, to quantify why they continually focus, the people everywhere, doesn't matter the race, focuses on us. Right? This particular scripture can be a little ambiguous unless you go into the Greek. But for the sake of time, I'm not going to go there. For the sake of time, what I'm going to do is go to an older translation of the Hebrew book. That's right. It's the Hebrew book. Don't forget, the book of Hebrews is in the New Testament. I'm going to go into the Hebrew book, Ephesians, using this is, I'm showing a little bells and whistles, our Hebrew and Bible Academy type deal, Bible programs, right? Using the Geneva Bible. Using the Geneva Bible. And yes, as y'all can see, praise the Most High. Thank you, AC, for drafting our new Hebrew and Bible Academy logo. Great job, young man. Great job. HistoryTimes.org. When you go to the Geneva Bible now, right? The Geneva Bible, when it says we wrestle not with flesh and blood, check out what it says in the Geneva Bible. And this Bible was drafted in the 1500s before the compiling of what we call the King James Version today. Put on the whole armor of God that ye may be able to stand against the assaults of the devil. So it says assaults. See? In the Bible, in the King James, it says the wiles of the devil.
People try to cope, bro. People, bro. You think fallen angels are falling, like literally comets, asteroids, meteors are falling to Earth like every, like what? I don't know. It's like those are all fallen angels falling to Earth. They're fallen angels. Fallen angels are evil, pretty much. I mean, you think they're just gonna sit around and do nothing? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you need to wake up, man.
But this is
When Christ was fasting, when Christ was alive, and he was fasting. Satan offered him all nations, bro. He controlled all the government. He'd been controlling all governments since even Christ was alive. So, ain't nothing new, man. Ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new.
more detailed when it talks about assaults. That God's people, those who believe in Christ, would be under assault. Why? 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and against powers. Check this out, folks. And against the worldwide what? Governors. The worldwide governors. The worldly, the worldly governors. When it says the worldly governors, this actually goes into
I have to freaking
governments.
Screenshot that later.
Now, King James, struggling on either side, fighting on either side, fighting to hold
King James was
his position while getting
dark-skinned
this
person,
book
Bella.
translated called the Bible, warding off the Roman Satanic Vatican government. Okay?
Jewish people.
When the translation was done for the King James, even though in the Greek it goes into governors, you will never see the word governors, because most people would begin to question what? Government. Government.
Yeah, people don't question government, which is wild.
So we're looking all around the place, not realizing
like-
that there's assaults
so,
coming
like, what the
against
hell?
us, conspiring against
People are
us
fucking weird.
from established.
Yeah, the government's
governments.
completely non-satanic for sure, buddy.
The princes of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness which are in the high place. Now we're going to deal with this for a moment. Hit the like button. We're going to deal with this now. Because obviously there was a battle against the wickedness coming out of Rome, the Vatican. Okay, even our people, we wrote the Bible. We were the translators of the Bible during the so-called Dark Ages. And we were warning the people that the Vatican and the God they serve, Satan, Samael, will
Yep.
conspire against our people.
They ain't the only name. Yah, Jehovah, fucking Megatron, Pan, Bial, Moloch, all that, man. It's all Satan, man. Angel of Death, fucking Oppenheimer and shit. Like, it's all Satan, man. Jebulon, all that shit. Yo, it's so it's not funny, but it's funny how people really think that they're like Christ in like God's name, and they think they're the same. Like, bro, people do not do their freaking homework or research. They really don't, bro. It's crazy.
Once.
Oh yeah, I've just seen actually never mind.
Once our people began to go end to chattel slavery. So we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about it.
Yep, Deuteronomy 2068, slave ships into America.
Do y'all remember last week when Kanye West Now, do y'all remember when Kanye West said this? Now, the frame of our lesson this evening is, why do they focus on black Jews? Judah. You're going to find out tonight. Remember when Kanye West said this? Fair use. And I suggest you go see the whole interview on Candace Owens' platform. I'd like to give her the credit for the interview. Fair use. I'm only going to use, what? Less than 1 minute, 1 or 2 minutes out of this. Fair use.
Yes. So I think that
they made you think that.
Yeah, it's like how people, they said the reason why I couldn't be on Daily Wire is the Israelite comment, and every black person is fine with calling ourselves black and being called black. But when I bring up the idea that we're Jew because we are from Africa, the Bible was the majority, it's like set in Africa, then it's challenging. And we talk about on the George Floyd documentary, it's called The Greatest Lie Ever Sold. The idea that black people are not Jew is the greatest lie that's ever sold, because you don't see the Jewish abortion rate at the same level as the black abortion rate. 50% of black deaths.
You don't see what? He says you don't see what?
I'm pretty sure the whole Planned Parenthood abortion thing was founded by Margaret Sanger, and she was a New Mason KKK person that hated like Israelites, said they're like pests and stuff. Then first, and another thing is like Hillary Clinton idolizes Margaret Sanger, by the way, and Bill Clinton like funded like the Holocaust and stuff. And first of all, again, like Romans and Germans, they're the same. Well, the Germans and the Jewish people, they're both Romans, so they're actually not different at all. So yeah. Oh, and another thing, like I'm pretty sure there's more deaths due to abortion than the actual Holocaust, and there's a systematic genocide on God's people, Israelites. So we gotta wake up to that. Gotta wake up to that, man. Oh yeah, and the Bible says that like abortion and all that, that's all satanic, pagan, and murder. Like, so do not do it, because it's murder. And if I'm not mistaken, pretty sure the Bible says when you do that, you're getting judged. That unborn baby's gonna be judging your ass. So right beside Christ, Yeshaya, not freaking Caesar Borgia. So yeah, do not. Dude, people who abort, bro. You know what's funny about abortions? I'm pretty sure those people got demons in them. Pretty much. Like, there's no way you got convinced by these Satanists to abort your kid. That's crazy work, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes. So I think
people really get convinced
made you think
that they're not killing their child. That's crazy, man.
How people, they said the reason why I couldn't be on Daily Wire is the Israelite
yeah, there's one more thing. Always have a foundation. Don't just be everywhere. Like, since I'm saying this, I might as well prove the Bible, because I know there's some people, how you know the Bible is true? Alright. Bible predicted slave trade. Nephilim. There's giants in those days, and there's like skeletons of Nephilim that are found. The president wrote about them, Roosevelt, in his diary. They found the ark on like Mount Scaret or something. The Red Sea parting when the Egyptians ran after the Israelites and the sea closed on them. There's chariots at the bottom of the Red Sea. That's another thing. Bible predicted a lot of things like Mark of the Beast, and because it's a Vera chip and they got that. Deuteronomy. There's another thing, but I kind of forgot. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, the Bible's true, bro. And Bible does not equal religion, because all religions are pagan. So, yeah. I guess Deuteronomy 26:68, that's predicting like the stereotypes of people, what people call black people when they're just Israelites, because it's the curses. That's why black people do what they do, because it's the curses. When you're pagan, you don't follow the law. You're under the curses, and those curses are how bad black people, what they do. Like, it's literally in the Bible. Like, in Chicago, what they're doing, like, it's in the Bible. It was prophesied way before Chicago or America was even existed. So yeah, Bible's true, bro. So your foundation has to be the Bible. So we all know about Sodom and Gomorrah and all that. So if you see people trying to defend alphabet group and all that, or trans, you already know they're pagan as hell. They're satanic. Because it's not just a belief. Like, when you're into all that stuff, there's demons in part of that, bro. Like, literally Baphomet, Satan's statue, was trans and all that. So people don't realize that, bro. It's not just a lifestyle. That shit is satanic. Like, you're dealing with demons, bro. Niggas don't even know it, man. So don't do that shit, bro.
And every black person is fine with calling ourselves black and being called black. But when I bring up the idea that we're Jew, because
they're programmed
from Africa,
we're programmed to believe we're black.
The Bible was the
black doesn't even exist in the freaking Bible.
Then it's
white people don't exist either. They're Edomites. They're Esau.
On the George Floyd documentary is called "The Greatest Lie Ever Sold." The idea that black people are not Jew is the
Arabs don't exist either. They're like Persians.
You don't see the
Africans don't exist either. They're Hamites.
The same level as
it's not just black.
50% of black deaths a year is
all
actually
nations.
abortion.
They're just,
you don't see
they're not
Jewish
called.
divorce
It's not
rate
because of the
at
continent.
level
Their name,
of
bro.
70 something. You said the percent of black moms raising their kids by themselves. You don't see Jewish people shooting each other down in the street. By the way. On World Star.
They're getting rid of all the dads on purpose. That's not some chance.
So you all remember that. You know, that's just a refresher from last Wednesday.
That's true.
So why are they all up into Israel's mix? And why at the end of their, I would say, pressing upon the poor, why does it end in casualty, carnage, death for our people? Well,
systematic genocide, bro. Systematic, man. They're not enforcing it now. It's doing it to ourselves, bro. We believe and trust in the government too much. Doctor nowadays, if a doctor was alive back then, he'd be called a warlock, a witch doctor, bro. All these medicines are just drugs, bro. It kills you, bro. Jabs, same thing. Like, we can't trust in the government, man. Can't do it. Our doctors. You have a kid, and they try to give your kid something, it's messing up your kids, bro. So, I'm telling you. You'll see, man.
Use, I need y'all to see today. I need y'all to see.
Better off having your kid at your house, to be honest. Which is sad, but it's true.
What they rolled out at the Democratic National Convention just the other day.
I love how it's... Okay, first of all, politics don't matter, because... Politics just don't matter. It's two sides of the same coin. Like, it's acting. Like, Republicans... Like, if you vote for a Republican, you're like not satanic and like you have a way better thought process. But at the same time, the people, it's like Trump and Biden, they're the same. Like they're all just top 1%. So or Kamala Harris and like Trump or something, they're the same. But yeah, bro, if you vote Democrat, it's like you're just pagan. You're just satanic. Like, why would you vote? Why would you vote for like more taxes, like LGBTQ and abortion and all that? That's just crazy work. So, if you're gonna vote for anybody, it has to be Republicans or conservatives. At least they're not just blatantly anti-God. Like, no holding back. Just like, yeah, we're pagan as hell over here.
I'm going somewhere with this. Stick with us. Just to announce before the DNC, Kamala Harris as the nominee, under the nomination. In celebrating Kamala Harris, what did we find in Chicago? Fair use.
Planned Parenthood mobile clinic. They have set one up just outside the United Center, and they won't just be handing out T-shirts and bumper stickers. They're actually going to be offering free abortion medication, inflatable IUDs, and vasectomies.
Yeah, don't take
Kelsey
any of that.
Kernstein joining us live outside the United Center with more on this.
Free death.
The pro-life outside the United Center.
Instruction. That's what they're
Hold
getting.
up. What? Are you kidding me?
People fall for it,
Celebrating
man.
Harris's nominee.
Same equals that, bro. People like, what is it, like fornication? People fornicate too much, and same equals death. So they run their little motherfucking asses up in that clinic and sacrificing your kid to Moloch and stuff, and you take that medicine, and that kills you too. So, hey, iniquity equals sin, sin equals death, and sin's a transgression of the law, bro. So, law says to not have your kid pass through the fire, Moloch sacrifice, and that's what abortion is. Not to fornicate. I mean, the whole reason why you're born your kid is because you fornicated, so, or adultery. So, I'm telling you, bro, it's a chain. It's a chain effect, bro.
I'm not pushing this on Indian people. Not pushing this on illegal immigrants. But in celebrating their new nominee for president, Kamala Harris, guess who shows up and for who?
Out T-shirts and bumper stickers. They're actually going to be offering free abortion medication.
They
inflatable
legitimately
IUDs,
think
and
people are brain
vasectomies.
dead
This
in the head,
nation's
man.
Kelsey
They
Kernstein
really do.
joining us live outside.
Are y'all really that dumb, bro? Yeah, let's go get a T-shirt or bumper sticker and like kill our kid. Oh man. Y'all aren't that dumb, right?
The pro-life groups, Kelsey, they're pretty outraged by this show
They're
from
literally
Planned
trolling.
Parenthood outside.
Like they're actually trolling, bro. They're
Hey,
not
Marty,
serious.
good morning. Yeah, I've spoken to some of these
Fair
pro-life
use.
groups. They tell me they're absolutely furious that Planned Parenthood would have a mobile clinic here during the DNC. Now, right now, I'm in the Union Park area. This is where protesters are going to be in just the next couple of hours. I can see them setting up. But it's
Protesters,
interesting.
huh?
I've gotten on the Planned Parenthood
Well,
website.
at
I
least they're doing
cannot
something, I
find
guess.
an address for this mobile clinic. And
A mobile clinic focused on what? The death of our children.
Yep. Just pagan, just I'm telling you, man, people don't think it's demons in people, bro. Just because the person ain't got black eyes, ain't freaking crawling on the wall, like the movies be capping, bro. There could be a demon in somebody and they're just fine. This ain't no ghost of a human. This is a Nephilim that's been alive since the flood. Like, they're not dumb, man. They're not freaking dumb. They're children of fallen angels, bro. You think they can't act? They could be, it's literally demon-possessed people at these high authoritative positions that are legislating paganism. Like, it's crazy, bro. people eat it up. Must because they got demons in them, but it's crazy, man.
A mobile clinic.
There should be nobody going up in there.
Now, you would never see this at a Republican convention. Interesting, isn't it?
Yep. Democrats, demons, bro. Democrats are demons.
So it's important that a certain demographic think and vote a certain type of way. And it's important that they are in number.
Yeah, if you do vote, just vote Republican. Like, I can't believe people even vote Democrat. Like, it's like, if you vote, go Republican. Like, so many people, there must be, dude, there's a lot of freaking pagans, bro, I'm telling you, but don't let the little shenanigans they pull before election fool you, bro. Because they pull a lot of shenanigans to have you vote Democrat and basically just off yourselves and, like, bro, don't fall for their shenanigans. But if people really want to vote, you just got to do Republican. Even though voting is like, okay, well, okay, let's go Republican. A Republican's in office, but it's going to be the same outcome eventually because they're all on the same team. It's like, you think Elon or like Trump is not like some top 1% Jewish Satanist? Like, they are. It's just they're acting. They're playing the little role, bro. So that's all it really is. But voting for Democrat is like, if you're gonna vote, bro, why would you ever vote for Democrat? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any freaking sense at all.
Married to one side so that they can be concentrated on for the takeout.
At least vote for the side that's acting like
Hence
they're
the
freaking
reason
good
no
or
one
Bible
question
believers.
when white people are Democrat or Republican, or whether or not an Asian person is Democrat or Republican.
The only reason why politics is bad is because you're still believing in like a man. You're still believing in like, oh, this man, this Republican is gonna save us or blah blah. It's like, no, nigga, like Christ Yeshua is gonna save us, not freaking some man. It's just you're implementing policies that aren't satanic. That's all it really is. And it shows your belief system. So that's all it really is. Because no man can save Israel, which is in the Bible. Pretty sure Deuteronomy 20:68 says that. So,
Or whether any other race is Democrat or Republican. No one asked the East Indians whether or not they're Democrat or Republican.
yeah, they got a lot of
But they have
Israelites
to
on a
focus
spell.
on
Because they vote
13% of the
Democrat for no
population
reason.
to make sure they're in the
They
same
literally, like, it's literally like a
pool,
spell at that point.
thinking
They just
alike,
vote
so
Democrat.
That what?
They have no reason, no
So that they can
research, no
have
reason
a
at all. They literally
designated-
just
when there's
vote
a
Democrat
designated
because they're the
destruction
color of their skin.
against that people.
Just complete programming. Complete program.
It's because they're under one thought and they can find them in one place. They can be easily found or herded into one place. So here it is amongst the elite. That's a message amongst the elite.
Yeah, it shows how
when
much
they
sheep
see
and dumb they are,
Planned
man.
Parenthood in front of the DNC.
Telling you, a lot of it, you know what? A lot of
Okay.
it is those religions, man, because they love them some Christmas and some Thanksgiving, man. It's pagan and it's witchcraft. So if you participate, I mean, you're being controlled by these freaking witches and warlocks at the top of these freaking religions, bro. So honestly, you see that in a lot of media. If you watch a bunch of like shows like anime or TVs, you'll see like the little like people who just join like this little cult group. They have good intentions, but they see the high priest at the very, very top of these cults are like super demonic. Like, it's just the top 1%. A lot of people be having good intentions, but they don't realize how evil the top 1% is. Like, so they do not realize that.
They herd all of our people into one thought that leads to the death of children. Fair use.
Population
Play a
control.
little bit
Bill
more of
Gates.
this.
Bill Gates used to be the richest person in the world too.
They have to focus on us, folks, and there's a reason. I can't
I
emphasize
can't.
that enough.
It's so funny
There
because Bill
is
Gates
a
is talking
reason
about
behind
population.
it.
Dude, it's not satanic
Fair use.
population control. It's literally like, yeah, he's just disgusting. He
Also, all of the
renamed, he
appointments have
reworded
already been
murder,
booked
basically,
up.
right?
Now, I do want to go ahead and show
And
you
killing.
this. So, Planned
Probably good.
Parenthood Great Rivers, which is based in Missouri, where abortions are banned, writing on X, saying, "Here we come, Chicago. Our mobile clinic will be in the West Loop on August 19th and 20th. Now, this is a neighborhood just minutes from the Democratic National Convention where it's taking place. Going on to read that they will provide free vasectomies and abortion medication. Now, emergency contraception
Medication.
will also be available for free
Sounds
without
like
an appointment.
death.
Also, reportedly, Planned Parenthood has said that the mobile clinic demonstrates when states like Illinois work to support rather than restrict access to affordable care. The organization is also hoping to
It's not just abortion either. It's a Moloch sacrifice, by the way. So it's not just it's Moloch. It's Moloch, bro. Look it up. You be thinking you just going to some clinic, like nah, bro. They got witches and warlocks in there lurking, and you don't even know it. Using that dead baby and stuff, genochrome, and all that.
help those patients from surrounding states like, say,
look it
Iowa,
up.
to help get an abortion where it's been restricted.
I'm pretty sure. Hold on.
Marnie, what
I'm pretty sure what rapper said that? Some rapper said that he like you can look this up right now. Some rapper was trying to expose all of this stuff, like top 1%, Jewish, personal agendas, pedophiles, and all that stuff. They're satanic, and this rapper was trying to expose that. He ended up dying like literally like what, next month, next day, next week or something like that on an egg. He's like the first man to choke on an egg in like years, like centuries or something. Like it's like, I don't know, man. People don't do their research, bro. Like people just want to wing life, live life. I'm just living life. Nothing's wrong. Nobody's satanic. I'm just a sheep.
What's been the response from both sides, really, to this mobile clinic,
Fair
Kelsey?
use.
I'm gonna just work and get money and have a kid and have the kid jabbed because they said so, and now my kid is like autistic or have cancer that's gonna build up or something wrong or yeah. Oh, there's another pandemic. I gotta take my shot. Well, I'm gonna go take the shot and probably die of a blood clot or heart attack. So yeah, bro.
Well, the pro-life group really saying that this is demonic that the mobile clinic would be here. They've also said that the Democratic Party is the party of death. Now, we did reach out to one of the...
Damn.
If it's a party of death, why would you all allow the party
Damn, they ain't capping.
to continue to push death legislation?
That's crazy. They are not capping. And people just ignore that too. They just like, yeah. Know what it is? People don't do research.
This is how they play both
That's
sides
all it
against
really
the
is.
other.
If people actually
know
do
it's a
research,
party
they'll
of death,
never
but don't
never
mind.
vote for a Democrat. They do research.
Don't mind this particular...
People vote on their feelings and not logic. Like, they turn on the news and get propaganda and agenda and then they're voting for freaking a Democrat. Like, instead of doing the research and being logical, be like, okay, where is this person from? What's the origin? What they believe in? What policies do they have? Who are they with? What do they believe in? What are they about? Like, none of that. They just vote. They don't know nothing. Like, it's like, it's fucking, it's literally brain dead in the head, bro. It's brain dead in the head.
Going forward, when it comes to destroying our children.
And they know they are,
folks,
and they know people don't do research too, by the way.
If as many people,
they got all kinds of
any other race,
these politicians, they got all kinds of crap on them that people will never know, that they can literally look up, and like people just don't look it up.
Thing they call abortion would be illegal. It would be illegal.
these groups. And
Yeah,
this
abortion
is
not
Susan
being
B.
illegal.
Anthony,
You already know
Pro-Life
how
America,
satanic
writing
America
us this
is.
statement, which reads,
America
the
is a
Planned
habitation of
Parenthood
devils.
DNC abortion
The
bus
Bible
is
says.
confirmation that the party
Egypt,
of safe, legal,
Sodom and
where
Gomorrah,
abortion is completely
and
gone.
We
in
find
Babylon.
this action
Bible says
taken
America is.
by Planned Parenthood is just totally disgusting in my eyes. We have so much to work for as a party.
And here's the sad part about it. You would expect
It's really the world, but a lot of people think America is some like perfect paradise or something, which is not. So that's why it's specific.
Steve Harvey, with his influence over so many of our people who listen to his.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's like you got all these huge influencers saying nothing. Like it was like there's some guy who beat the record. He got like 40 million subscribers in like one stream or something, or in a week. I don't know, something like that. Like you got all these huge influencers with millions and millions and millions of followers, and they don't say nothing. It's like, bro, it takes 2 seconds, bro. Dude, I don't even know, man. It doesn't take much, bro. Revelation 1:14-15, read that. You got 40 million followers, at least 1,500,000 people's gonna read that, bro. Like, I don't know, man. They got these people on the rock and the hard place, bro. They can't just, they'll freaking like murder them or something. I don't know, man.
His station.
God, tell him, bro. If you go and die for telling the truth,
Smiley,
that's it, man.
with the demographic, almost over 90% black people who listen to his radio broadcast each morning. You would expect the Breakfast Club.
Stop being a sellout, man. Stop being Uncle Ruckus, bro.
You
Tell
would
the truth.
expect them, these
Don't keep
particular
us
people,
sheep
being
and
that the
sleep.
children who are
Or being freaking
actually
genocided.
deleted,
All these goddamn
looks
influencers.
like them. You'd expect
They don't say
them to
shit.
be doing
Like, how the hell
this
can you talk
white
about
man
anything else but the truth? Like, there's,
doing
dude,
with less, with a
Bro.
less, with a lesser
like
platform,
nothing else matters. Like,
with a lesser platform. You have
like
white
people know how to make money and live life. Like, you don't have to
who
freaking.
in number aren't giving up their
Like,
children
there's nothing else that matters.
through
Like,
deleting them
like,
compared to
tell
us.
people something they actually do not know. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking out against this.
Because people look up how to get money and get girls all the time, like all
I'm
day.
going to quantify this
Bro.
for you.
Talking about stuff like that is just dumb.
You would expect anyone with a microphone and attention such as Oprah Winfrey,
I don't really know
those who
what
would
they
have
do.
this strong influence throughout the
Winfrey.
earth to use their voice to protect those children who would one day, if had the
She's like
opportunity
a witch,
to
by the way,
live,
because I've
would look
seen
like
she
them.
was doing like past lives and all that. That stuff's satanic. Like, when you deal with reincarnation and past lives, that's literally a demon in you showing it to people they possessed. Like, that's not your life, past life at all. So don't think there's some reincarnation. That's all bullshit, bro. Yeah, bro, you have past lives, and so the Most High is gonna judge your infinite past lives. And when are you even gonna be judged if you never die anyway? So you don't even believe in God at that damn point. Like, it's brain dead in the head. Like, Christ and God has nothing to do with no damn reincarnation. So that's all a lie. Then the whole dream, in the whole like visions and past life thing, that's easy. The Most High can give you visions, and the angels can give you visions, just like Joseph in Egypt when he predicted the famine or deciphered the dream of the Pharaoh. I mean, demons can do the same. They can just give you some vision and think you're, oh, I'm a past life, deja vu. Yeah. It's like, no, nigga.
We have so much to work
You're being
for as a
finessed.
party. We used to be the party that stood up for the little guy.
I know you're
that
being
stood up
finessed.
for
I
the
used to believe in
working
that crap, and that shit was a lie.
class, that stood up for the
Pretty sure
vulnerable.
that the Bible? Yeah,
and
Bible
to-
actually debunked that, didn't it? In the Bible, it says you got one life. So, who said that? I think it was Paul or John or something in like New Testament. I think. I don't know.
to see Planned Parenthood taking this action at the DNC is just it's truly disgusting to me.
It's blatant. It's resounding. They're sending a message, folks.
On the flip side, here's what a Democratic strategist told us about the mobile clinic being near the
You know what's funny? Something as simple as this, people don't even do it. Like, people can't even look up anything. They're just sheep, man. Like, dude. Certain things is hard to research, but certain things aren't. Like, I don't know, man. It's almost as if people just don't want to know the truth. Like, they just want to be sheep. They don't want to believe in nothing, bro. They only want to know the good. They don't want to know the bad. Even though the bad is probably the truth. Because a lie, you can make a lie sound like anything. Truth is not always going to be sunshine of the rainbow. There's going to be something you don't want to hear in some truth. So, when everything sounds too good to be true, they ain't lying, bro.
DNC.
What we're trying to provide Americans, men and women, is the ability to make their own choices about their life and their body.
Nope.
Nicole
Nope. That's a damn lie, bro. They're trying to incentivize you to sin, bro. Singles death. That's all they're doing, man. They're incentivizing fornication and murder. And single equals death. Because, like, oh yeah, we got abortion here. Just have all the fornication you want and just abort your kid and murder them. People, dude, I don't even know, man. People should know this is dumb, bro.
Smith.
And as soon as you see this, you know how satanic.
Let me look her up
is, right?
real quick.
Yeah, look her up real
Nicole
fast. People need to do that.
Brenner Smith. Let me look her up.
People don't do it. People don't look up. You gotta look it up. Do the research, bro. Who is this? Who is this pagan Satanist, bro? Who is this? Talking about give people the choice. It's like, bruh. They shouldn't even, dude. They shouldn't even be an option to kill and murder your child. Like, there shouldn't even be an option. Like, they're incentivizing death and sin, bro. It's crazy work. Or it's really just death, because sin is death. They're incentivizing death. It's crazy. Like, they're literally, like, tempting death. Like, tempting you, like, yeah. Fornicate. Have a baby. Get rid of it. Now you're, like, fucking... Now you're in a deep hole now. You're in a deep-ass hole now, man.
Okay, let me see. Make sure I have the right person here. Let's look her up together here, folks. Let's look her up, brothers and sisters. Nicole Brenner, that's one N.
And again, all that stuff comes with spirits, by the way. It's not just like some like...
Nicole Brenner Smith, okay.
A lot of it has shit to do with spirits and evil spirits.
Let's see if
because people that are regular and not evil wouldn't never abort. Like, that shit was not an option. They'll at least put up for adoption. What's the point of aborting if you can just put the kid up for adoption? Like, what? Like, literally, what's the point? So it's damn near the same thing. I'm pretty sure you stop to give birth to the baby
Brenner
that's just dead.
Smiths.
Like,
1 second. Let me look her up.
It's like they're trying real hard to have you sin. They're trying. That's all that is, bro.
Okay, Nicole Brenner Smiths on X.
They're trying real hard.
She's a shopping enthusiast.
And they always try to make it seem like it's good.
Queen
but it's
of
not.
Iro,
it's actually very terrible.
Sitcom lover. Union daughter.
They try to make it to where... They try to make it seem like it's not that big of a deal. Scientifically, the baby isn't even existing. Like, bro, literally the Most High creates
this is interesting.
all life. Like, literally before the baby's born, it has a soul.
Interesting.
So you are murdering something. Trust me. Like, it's not some chance, like,
This is
Everything's not by
quite
chance, bro.
interesting.
Everything.
Okay.
Wars, all that.
That's another
Never, none of
Brenner.
it's by chance. None of it.
There's another Brenner by the name.
All
It's a Jewish
pre-planned.
name. First Israeli American confirmed. Let's see here. Just made history as the first Israeli American, the first LGBTQ to be confirmed as federal judge. It's a different Brenner. It's the same name. It's a Jewish name, different person. Interesting. I'll leave that there. But this Brenner Smith.
Yeah, she's a Jewish person. Pagan.
Isn't
Basically.
advocating for buses, abortion buses. They are. That's what the news say. Isn't advocating for these buses to roll around where her children or her people lives. Interesting.
Is the ability to make their own choices about their life and their bodies and their medical care and not
Medical care.
You know what's funny about that? Because it's funny because the option shouldn't even exist. So people be like, oh, it's my decision. It's like, dude, I'm telling you right now, if you knew the circumstances and consequences of that decision, you would never do it. It's like a baby. The baby crawls into the street. Obviously, it does not know anything, but you do. So you're going to stop the baby. Like, okay, it's the baby's decision. Like, how is it the baby's decision if it doesn't know? So you can't be like, oh, it's my decision. Well, you're pagan. You don't know what happens. You think you think there's nothing to, you think the baby's not even alive or something. And you're just killing like a damn sperm cell fetus, whatever the hell they say. I don't know what the science is. I don't care about it. So if people actually fully understood what they were doing and the spiritual applications of it, they would never do it. I'm telling you. Like if people actually knew what was going on, people would not. Nobody would be pagan, bro. Because being pagan is worse than people think. Bro, I'm telling you, that shit is bad, man. Like ain't looking good.
Care isn't death.
It might seem good on the surface.
Would it be better to
it's a
give these
physical
people their
world, but
reparations?
when you look in the spiritual, you're like, yeah, I'm cooked.
So that they'll have what? The finances to give their children a better quality of life instead of choosing
It's the
death for
illusion
them?
of freedom
But
and choice.
That's a whole nother
It's an
conversation.
illusion. It's literally an illusion.
not have a politician make that in a back room for them.
Also, really
Just
interesting.
because we're not
Oh,
being
man.
forced in
Let's go to the
slavery
next
and not
one
in
here.
chains doesn't mean we're still in.
Let's
Doesn't mean
go
we're
to
not
the next
still
one here.
slaves.
This is 8
an
years
illusion.
ago. Brothers and sisters, this is 8 years ago. All right? No, 5 years ago. It was uploaded 5 years ago. Before the pandemic. Why
Oh yeah, I forgot. I
why
can
do they
just-
focus
hold
on black Jews? Fair use.
The population of Africa is set to almost double by 2050, raising fears that progress in fighting poverty and disease will be reversed. So, what can be done to ensure that poverty doesn't increase? And how can a disproportionate
Nobody's helping, by the way. They're causing it, by the way. So, yeah. Oh yeah, don't donate. Don't donate or do nothing like that, because that shit is not going to where you think it's going. So don't do any of that stuff.
How can we make sure poverty doesn't increase in Africa? And look who's going to resolve our problem.
I need
A
to
large
take a
youth population
shower
help
and
drive
eat,
progress.
I
With
ain't
me to
gonna lie.
discuss all of this and more is Bill
So it
Gates.
takes me- it's gonna take
Bill,
me-
are we at a turning point where regression is a real risk?
Well, first, the progress over the last several decades has been pretty.
This man got Bill Gates on the fucking on the damn interview, bro. Bill Gates. It's just hilarious. Like money and power, bro. The dude can literally be saving himself, but if he has money and power, nobody's questioning. Nobody. This man's on TV. He knows every goddamn thing apparently, man. So it's fucking wild. Like I don't even know, man. I don't even know. It's just copium. It's cope, man. People don't suspect evil, bro. Like, God suspect
Amazing.
it, bro.
Both reducing childhood death.
People love
kids...
duality, good and evil, but they don't seem like they do, because they think everything's fucking nice and good. You know what I'm saying?
It's in school, getting agriculture.
Reducing childhood death. Okay.
He don't care about that,
childhood
by the way.
death. That's good.
This man's talking about population
But that's
control.
not including the children.
This man's talking about population control. Talking
That's
about
not
reducing
including
deaths.
the unborn.
Like, what is this guy? This guy's a liar. Like, Revelation 2:9.
Why are they
Christ
so
called him out.
focused?
Well, not Revelation. Well, it was Revelation 2:9. There was like another one.
Be it in the inner cities,
like, you're liars
in
and
the
murderers
Americas,
from
around
the
the
beginning,
world.
like your father of Satan. I forgot what verse that is.
In
But I think
Africa,
it's in
why
Revelation, though, right?
focus on us?
Or in the New Testament. I don't know.
Huh? Now I'm going to come back here in a
He was
second
talking to the
because,
damn
of course,
Pharisees.
he has a solution. Now, before we come,
Actually, it might have just been those
before
the
we
regular Jews. Actually,
come back
Jewish
to his
people,
solution,
not
real
the
quick.
Pharisees. I don't know.
Before we
Forgot.
come to his solution, let's find out why they focus on black Jews. Right? Let's find out real quick. Right?
Honestly, bro, they do got people under spells and stuff, because I don't know, man. You got this guy talking about he wants to reduce deaths, but at the same time, he's talking about population control, and people can't like connect the dots on that. They're just lying. Like, what? That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Dude was lying out of his mind.
Let's find out. Let's go here now.
You can't want population control
We're gonna
and
show y'all a
try to
few
reduce
things.
deaths
Hit the like
at the
button.
same time. It doesn't make sense. I gotta change my Devo skin. This skin is so much better than the one I got on. Even though this one's OG. This one's OG.
Yeah, let's talk. Let me pause this real quick.
I think they only bring it back as like a reskin you have to buy.
there.
But they don't
All
have
right.
this. Skin sucks though. I don't like it.
Now, I'm going to let you all in one moment. In one moment, I'm going to let you all in. Y'all doing a great job with the like buttons, but we are about 300 likes away from where I need us to be. Hit the like button, please, as soon as possible. Hit the like button, please.
Oh yeah, Josie C's on a shadow ban, by the way.
Good.
So that's why they can't really
All
gain
right.
subscribers or
Let's go.
be recommended anywhere. You have to specifically type them
Why
up, or
are
you'll
they
never see
focusing
them.
on us?
Literally.
Why?
Unless somebody reposted their video, which that's how I found them. I found a repost. Somebody reposted
go
their
here
video.
first.
That's how I found them.
Let's go here first.
God damn.
Now, this particular source is the complete works of the Josephus.
Josephus.
Let me see if I have one here. One moment. 1 second.
The War of the Jews, the book of Josephus, that shit was wild, man. Like, if you read that, that's real history. Like, the lives we have now are so simple. Like, there's people just getting dude, people was getting massacred back then, man. It's crazy. In, like, the worst ways possible, bro.
Probably left it at the building in the academy.
War, famine, torture, and all
Right
that, man.
now, let me pull it up here. The complete
Like, those
works
people back
of the
then was
Josephus.
crazy.
Just go over it with you all here, right here. Now, this is the complete works of the Josephus.
This is where he was talking about the government. I need a screenshot
Where it
that.
speaks of, now, brothers and sisters, you want to
I
know
don't
why
think
they're
so.
always in our mix? 135, between 135 and 105 BC. Around 135 BC, there was a forced conversion where the Israelites, the Jews,
KSI.
the Maccabees under Hyrcanus did a forced conversion.
That's not KSI.
On Edomites or Idumeans.
Yep.
They were
white people. Esau Edomites, they converted into Judaism, a made-up religion.
Pagans.
Yep, pagans.
And we forced these white people to convert to a form of Judaism, but they never accepted that conversion, right, in good faith. They resented the fact that our people, the Israelites, Judea, won the war. Now we're talking about 135 years before the birth of Christ. Now let's focus.
BC, bro. BC, bro. Hold on a second. It's on the time.
We are
BC.
in
That's before Christ.
Jews,
so if you don't believe in the Bible and Christ, I don't know what 13. To tell you, man.
Really, it's
literally it's on our time.
It's not chapter 9, part 1. Antiquity of the Jews. It reads here. But when Hyrcanus heard of the death of Antiochus, he presently made an expedition against the cities of Syria, hoping to find them destitute of fighting men and of such as were able to defend them. However, it was not till the 6th month that he took Medeba, and that not without the greatest distress of army. After this, he took Semiga and the neighboring places, and besides these, Sikkim and Gerizim, and the nation of the Kuthians, who dwelt at the temple which resembled that temple which was at Jerusalem, and which Alexander permitted Sanballat, the general of his army, to build for the sake of Manasseh, who was the son-in-law to Jedua, the high priest. Now listen to this clearly, folks. As we're formerly related, which temple was now deserted 200 years after it was built, Hyrcanus took also Dora and Marissa, cities of Idumea. This is the Edomite city, folks.
Esau, white people.
This is where white people were.
Edomites
were.
Esau. Yep.
The cities
Jewish
of
people.
Idumea.
You want.
And subdued all the Idumeans.
They ain't no Jews, bro.
And
That's why they're Jewish, because they're not Jews.
Permitted them to stay in that country.
A.k.a. Israelites, bro. Revelation 1:14-15 says, "Christ is the Israelite, dark skin, white wool hair."
Their genitals
in the Bible.
And make use of the laws of the Jews. So these was white people.
They get the Jew thing from Judea,
us until we
kingdom.
Would take back our temple.
Levi, Benjamin, and Judah. That's why in the slave ships they were called Judah.
Who also
and in Africa, where they took us,
of the
it was
Roman
called like
Empire.
Negro or something, Negro land.
These were white people.
Disciples call in word.
Listen,
that's why along the Caribbean,
if you're willing to stop fighting,
the slave ships,
and follow the laws
the
of
three
our
kingdoms was Levi, Benjamin, and Judah. Judah is like right here in America.
There's a truce here.
Then on the coast,
we'll stop
there's
fighting.
Benjamin,
if you're willing
Jamaicans, then there's Levi, the Haitians.
Law of our forefathers.
That's the southern. That's the southern kingdom. Then Gad was here, Edris.
And they were
Christopher
so
Columbus came and
desirous of living
killed
in
them
the
for no reason. So
of their forefathers. Why? Because Esau was the firstborn.
That's literally what happened. So
he believed that the land belonged.
Land was not new.
And to some
obviously
degree, they
there's some
still
people
believe
there,
it.
and they weren't savages. They were
So
literally
they were so
Israelites.
desirous to be
Pretty sure
welcomed
there's
by
a
their
video on
brothers
them
who
saying
always
Ahaya,
welcomed them,
which is the Most High's real name.
that they
Like
submitted
19,
to
was
use
it like 19,
circumcision
18?
and the rest
Was it
of
19
the
or 18?
Jewish
I think it was
ways
1892.
of
Some
living.
old ass white and black video
At which time,
of them saying
therefore,
Ahaya,
this befell them,
which is
that
Most
they
High's real
were
name.
hereafter no other than what? Jews.
It's in the book of Second
At
Esdras,
this
which
point,
is
you would have
it's
Edomites
the
who were
apocrypha,
white
part of the
people,
Bible.
a
Says
faction
that
of them,
the Most High
not
calmed the water
Jew
so they can
through
cross
bloodline,
the sea
who
into
would be
Esdras,
what?
America.
Jew
So where you get
through
your Native Americans from.
religion.
And they massacred them for no reason at all, by the way.
Jew
No reason. Like, literally,
through
they signed peace treaties and they're like, nah, bro, F peace.
Now stick with me. I'll show you why they're
Biological
always in our
warfare,
mix.
all that, man. Jewish
They
people.
they was
pushing
there
Christianity.
back then.
Pagans. Just what they are, man. Just
As
the way
what?
shit is. They weren't no
They
nice
were
people, bro.
satellites. They were a satellite nation.
Still doing it to this day. Most of these wars
as
are
a
still
buffer
Israelites.
between us
All playing. That's some random thing.
and
Like, bro, most of the
the
stuff is in the
Edomite
Bible too.
priesthood.
Prophesied to happen, by the way. So
they were a buffer.
a lot of this stuff, like the thing that's happening in Palestine right
Listen to what
now,
I'm
that's
saying.
really in
I'm
the
just
Bible.
going into history. So if you want to know why, I'm going to show you all in a moment. If you want to know why DJ Vlad, whether it be those executives of the record companies, it doesn't matter what we do, they must have a hand in and or an authoritative decision position in anything we do. That's their societal position since ancient times as satellites to keep the children of Israel in check. And that's not my opinion. Now listen to where this goes now. Listen to where we go at this point. Let me show you. Let me show you where it goes. Let me show you where it goes. One moment. One second.
I might try to listen to the whole thing before I take a shower and eat. I don't know.
Now, I'm breaking it down. I'm trying to make this as simple as I can so that even a novice will understand the dynamics we're under currently.
Yeah,
in our
even
current
people
days,
who
in our
are
current time.
slow and cope.
You had the Edomites who converted to Judaism in 135 BC. Edomites. These, the children of those, are whom we would call white Jewish people today.
Yep.
That's just history.
History. Not me,
You
not
had,
people making stuff up.
Antipas, who came
Those are Jewish
out
people,
of
bro.
that particular
Germans, Jewish. I mean, they're the
family line
Romans.
that converted
Jewish
to
people are the
Judaism.
Romans.
You had Antipas.
Before they're ish. Jewish.
And then Antipas' grandson became Herod the Great, or Herod
Germans,
the Great.
Romans,
Listen to me.
Edomites.
So here's a white paper from
So Romans did not disappear.
2002.
They're still here, man. They're still here.
Here's a white paper from 2002 real quick. And on this particular white paper, because I'm going into who's Edom this week, so y'all really want to be there.
It's really
when I
top
go into
1%
this. And
because they
again,
keep
for
their
those
bloodline pure and
who were
stuff,
there,
like Rothschild and
last
all that
Sunday,
crap.
I do apologize
Because
for
the
technical
average
issues, but
Edomite-
everything has been fixed. Everything.
I'm talking about the
believe
top
me.
1%, by the way, because you know, oh, he's talking about Jewish people, white people. I'm not. They start trying to defend literal
On this
demons.
white paper,
I'm
it
talking about
talks
the
about
top
the
1% that are literally possessed by
relationship
fucking
between
devils.
Herod
Like, Literally,
which
the
is
popes
what?
do the black smoke ritual. That's the same damn
convert
demon in each pope
from the
since
family
like
who
I
converted
don't know
under
what time.
Hyrcanus in 135
They say it on the news all the time.
BC.
Black smoke ritual of the pope. The same fucking demonic
Herod
ass.
and Augustus Caesar.
Same goddamn demon in the same fucking pope.
And it says a look
Throughout fucking
at
I don't even
the
know how long, bro.
patron-client
So I'm not talking about some
relationship.
average
So
Joe
even though they're the
white
same
man
family, Edomites,
that actually don't know nothing, just like
almost
the Israelites don't know
150
nothing.
years later, near that time, 135 years later,
People try to defend, like, bro,
Herod
stop
and
defending demons,
Augustus
man. I'm
are
not talking about you, bro.
patron clients. You have Augustus Caesar, who's over the government of Rome, who's in partnership with Herod, a white Jewish person from the conversion, who's now governor over Judea. Working together, right? Now let's talk about their government positions as far as them working together. The relationship between Augustus Caesar and Herod the Great typifies the patron-client relationship that Rome used as a system of foreign policy. See, our people have to understand the politics of being an Israelite. So to understand why there was a Planned Parenthood minibus offering abortions in front of the DNC. See, you have to deal with the biblical understanding of what these politics truly are. This article explores their relationship, how it came about, its wider implications, and most important, how this system can explain Rome's ostensible hands-off policy regarding its client states. See? Its client states. So let's unpack.
Who's on YouTube, bro? Type in the chat. How old are you? What's your beliefs? Try to engage with chat a little more, I guess. Don't just sit there and stare, bro. Let's actually try to engage, bro. Because I know people don't understand none of this stuff. How old are you, man? What's your beliefs, bro? That matters. But I know you're just not just a sheep living life, huh? You gotta be doing. You gotta be doing something. You gotta be wondering something, huh? Twitch, YouTube. I see that. I literally see the view on my YouTube. Like I sit here forever. The view on YouTube. What's your beliefs and how old are you? I wonder if he might be typing, bro.
This for a moment. How this system can explain Rome's ostensible hands-off. So it seems as if the government really isn't involved in the workings of the Jews, right? Because Caesar is hands-off. But his brother, who converted 135 years ago, that family, are now what? They're the gatekeepers between Rome and us.
So this guy can't tell me his age and what he believes in?
They're over the Sanhedrin.
Oh, you a sheep or something?
Now you have Edomites.
Just don't know, huh? Just don't know forever until you die and just pray that you're going to heaven. If you even believe in that. Guys, people die for lack of knowledge. That's what the Most High said. The Bible says. Our people fall for lack of knowledge. Because people think, like, bro, you gotta learn from somebody, man. Everybody learns from, like, Whatever.
who now are over the governance. They're over our societies. They're over our politics. So Herod the Greek, or the Great, through the conversion, is being recognized as a Jew. But
Yep, the Jewish people are Romans that they converted into they converted through our religion, and all religions are pagan, to be Jewish. That's why they call themselves Jewish, because they're not Jews. If you were the Jew, you're a Jew. You're not Jewish. So yeah.
really, he's on the side of the empire, the government, Caesar, because they're brothers.
Who I could summon?
They're family. And it tells you in this document.
Do I want to summon though?
Right?
I might summon.
That Herod was used as a satellite. Now think about a satellite orbiting the Earth. A satellite's responsibility is to watch the Earth for who's ever in control of it. That was the position of the converted Jews under Hyrcanus, who became Antipater, then Herod.
But those names are hilarious, bro. My name is I can't even pronounce that shit. That's hilarious.
To orbit our people, to be in anything we're
I get
involved
nothing.
in.
But I'm gonna tick it off, so if I wasn't a ticket off and I didn't have PyCon and Gogeta, I probably would not even summon on this no more. But since I have Burley, I want to dupe. I have PyCon, I want to dupe. I don't have him. I kind of just want to summon, I ain't gonna lie. I have Videl too. So if I pull one of them, that should be kind of worth it. And I got Nappa Vegeta.
Listen to me clearly.
Yeah, basically they converted into a religion that they made up, and they used Christ to reel people in like fishermen. So they're basically just watching all the Christ believers and Israelites. They're watching them like the watchers, like the angels do. Stars the angels, by the way. Like kind of like that. They're watching them. So basically.
Because they had to report back to who? They had to report back to Caesar. And let's see how they work together.
Kind of like how the angels
right?
report back to the Most
Let's
High.
go to the
That's what
book.
they do. They're reporting back to their high witches and warlocks, priests and Satan and all that stuff. So yeah.
Of Luke. How do we resolve real-time politics looking into the Bible? This is the only way to resolve all of it. Right? You have two Edomites working against the Israelites, the Jews. See? Now let's go to the book of Luke.
Yep, Jewish people are Edomites.
So there'll never be a time where the people who converted, there'll never be a time until Christ returns. There'll never be a time where they aren't in our business. They have to be.
Oh yeah. The thing is about them is that it's spiritual. It's physical bloodline. The physical bloodline people are dark-skinned people. Because Christ is dark-skinned from Judah. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't convert into a birthright, or like a genetic. You can't just change your genetics. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. That's another thing right there.
Okay, there's tiers to it. There's reports that have to go back to who? Back to Caesar. And it's their position to be in anything we deal with to report and to control, to make sure our people don't get outside of the guardrails. Okay? That's what the Sanhedrin was put in place for. See? Now, let's go to the book of Luke real quick. Let's go to the book of Luke. Hit the like button for me, please. Hit the like button. Help us out here. Help me out. Right? Let's go to the book of Luke and let's deal with Augustus first. Augustus Caesar. All right? 1 second. Now we all know it was the Roman Empire who took us down in 70 AD. It was the Roman Empire. This is how we ran into Africa, eventually went into slavery and all of that, and still our people haven't received land or a home since the fall of our home, Israel or Judea. Okay? When you read in the Bible, the King James Version, Luke 2:1, and it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. Now, folks, the government must make a blanket decree. But really, it's what? It's not just to tax the people and understand the population and the number of the population. It's also to keep tabs on the prophecy.
I fingered that, Rush.
Concerning a king who would be born to become governor that was prophesied out of the Old Testament. Christ was prophesied to destroy the Roman Empire. So Augustus said, well, okay, we have to do something where it doesn't seem so obvious that we're seeking to kill the boy. So during around tax time, we're going to send out the army to get the taxes, but we'll also be doing what? Taking a census. Because the seers was telling them at this time that the child that was prophesied out of Judea could be.
Yo. Who is this guy, bro? People are such sheep, bro. They just want to believe whatever the hell they want and think it's gonna happen exactly how they think, huh? In for a rude awakening. Tell you that. Because that is not the case. God can't even tell me his freaking how old he is.
Born in the earth. Right? And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. Now check this out, folks. Let's look at that word taxed in the Greek. Apographo. Greek number 583. Apographo. That is to enroll, to tax, to write, or to enroll. So there was more than just, it was more, and folks, back then, it was the army who would collect the taxes. The armies would come with their swords, knock on the doors, get a census of who was in the home, enroll that house for the census that year, and then tax the people. So it wasn't just money, it was also a census. Right? And then it goes down here and it tell you right here. A census. They're seeking out whether or not the child that was prophesied would be born. So they needed to take a census first because they were going to do something, a decree, later. The dark seers told them the baby that was prophesied to destroy Rome could be soon born in the earth. Okay? I have a record on that. I'm not pulling that up. I'll deal with that another time. But this is why they began to do certain legislation so that when the time comes, they can get rid of that child who an Israelite, mind you, a black child who was born to overcome and to take the empire, to destroy the empire as was prophesied out of the Torah and Tanakh. So Alexander the Great, who would be considered one of the greatest Jews according to them.
Jewish people, Romans.
He wasn't in jury to benefit our people or to help the Messiah. He was in position to destroy the Messiah. Inside infiltration. That's him playing our people close for a purpose. Listen to what I'm showing you here. And all went to be taxed, everyone in its own city. And then what, folks? And Joseph also went up to Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth into Judea, unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem. That's right, Joseph, because what? Because Joseph was from the lineage of David. To be taxed. So he had to also enroll and be counted. He had to enroll and be counted the same time. And check this out. With Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child. She was about to have the child. So now, let's look at this for a moment. Let's examine this. Let's examine this, brothers and sisters. So now, if they take a census after taxing and enroll all those they have taxed, by the time the child roll around, they'll know any extra child or a different number after the census. Whether or not the number has expanded or whatever the case is, or people have died or whatever the case is, they have what? An up-to-date roll. An up-to-date roll on how many people are in Judea. They'll know how many people.
Keeping tabs on the Israelites.
Whatever the
they're
case
watching.
is.
Keeping tabs on the Israelites now.
Now, check this out. This is why they pressed upon us, folks. This is why politically they're always in our situations. Okay? Because guess what? Since they could not kill the child the woman brought forth, the book of Revelations, they went after the people who brought forth the man-child. So what they couldn't do against Christ, they would set a system in place to target the men of Judah. That's prophecy. Now, that's one side of it. Now, it tells us in that paperwork, right? A matter of fact, let's read a little bit of it. Let's read a little bit of it, if you will, in the white paper. It states, the scholarship on the relationship of ancient Judea with the Roman Empire can seem
How old are you, bro?
contradictory.
Hold on. How old are you? What's your beliefs, man? Whoever commented.
When mentioning
I
Judea,
didn't see
we're
it,
Judah,
'cause
folks.
I'm in
This
that
us.
game.
This was before we fell. Roman historians correctly referred to Rome's stringent hands-off foreign policy. So they had a policy when it came to us. But it was a foreign policy with who?
What the hell?
With Herod, the converted Jew, being the buffer. He would report Herod to Antiochus concerning the prophecy. And Herod was told, when the child is born, we must get rid of it. You're in position, get the child. The kingdoms under Rome's influence, Judea included, were autonomous, yet pledged loyalty to Rome. Of course, they pledged loyalty to Rome. They had an Edomite in position as governor over our people. By contrast, Near Eastern historians conclude that a totalitarian Roman Empire invaded Judea, using it as a satellite nation and a buffer state. So they started using this as a buffer state. And who was there? Herod was technically a sovereign king.
He guessed
over
my
the
rush.
relatively small kingdom of Judea. This is an Edomite, a converted Jew. Now, he's governor over Israel, reporting to the Edomite Caesar. Are y'all following me here? Are y'all following me? Now, so once the child was born, because the agreement, according to their dark seers, was to get the child before the child would grow to fulfill the prophecy. Now, listen to this. Now, what does this mean for us? If they would have been able to kill the child, the children of Israel would be subservient. We would become perpetual slaves under Rome forever. That's what they thought. That's what they thought. Believe it or not, they tried to do this to Abraham.
Yep.
Nimrod wanted Abraham as a sacrifice. Terah refused.
They tried to do it to Abraham. They tried to do it to Moses. And now they try to do it to Christ.
Gave Abraham to Noah and Shem to be raised.
They tried to kill them as babies.
Nimrod ended up killing another child, a servant child, thinking it was Abraham based on the seers, the sages who told him.
And Nimrod was a demonic tyrant. He literally took the baby and just threw it on the ground. Shit was crazy.
If you don't get rid of that
Pretty sure it's the book of Jubilees or the book of Joshua or something like that.
child, all nations will bow to Terah's son. We'll lose power. Nimrod tried to kill Abram. The seers told the Egyptians that there was a child who would be born, who would come. Moses, they tried to kill the children. Now Christ Christ's prophecy was on the scene, and they had what? They had an Edomite in position now instead of an Israelite by the name of Herod the Idumean. Listen to me clearly. I'm dropping some stuff on y'all here. Right? So listen to me clearly now. 135 BC, Hyrcanus takes down Edom and say, you have a choice. Either you convert or we take you all out. The Edomites converted grudgingly. And these became the converted Jews, or the fathers of who we see today as European Jews, according to history. Later on, under Antipater, he raised himself in alliance with the Roman Empire with Julius Caesar and have children. Out of those children came Herod the Great, or Greek, a converted Jew. Out of that conversion during the Hasmonean dynasty, 2nd century. Now, I'm going to bring it up till today for us. Now let's go to the book of Matthew to get the other side of this conspiracy to destroy the Messiah. Let's go to Matthew, the 2nd chapter. Matthew 2. Now, we've already handled what? Augustus' side, Augustus Caesar, who's seeking to take a census right before the child is born. Matthew, the 2nd chapter. Matthew 2. Matthew 2. Let's do it. Let's go. Matthew 2:1 reads, Now when Yeshua, or Jesus, was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king. Now, mind you, folks, this is a converted Edomite. Okay? A converted Edomite from the families who converted during the time of Hyrcanus in 135. He's a Jew, but not a Jew through bloodline. He's a white Jew from the family of Edomites that converted. This is history, folks. There's no such thing as a black man who can convert into a genealogy. I'm an Israelite. I cannot convert.
Yep, it's your genetics. It ain't through no freaking. You can't convert through a religion into a birthright. You have to just be an Israelite. You can't just be a Jew because you want to, or because you're in a religion. Like, nah, it's not happening, buddy.
Into a genealogy. Jew, or being Judah, runs through my veins. That's not a belief. And that's the difference between us and them.
But genetically.
Okay, that's a difference. It's a religion.
We're genetically the Israelites from the Bible as chosen people, bro. So, yeah. The Jewish people, there's Esau, Edomites, Romans.
For them. But through our bloodline, it has nothing to do with our belief system. We are the children of Jacob. So now, let's deal with Herod real quick. Herod, he's an Edomite now. The king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east and are come to worship him. according to the laws of the kings, you'd have to bow and give the king gifts. Okay, that's what it means by worship him. When Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled. Now, why would Herod the king be troubled hearing that the Messiah for the Israelites or the Jews has come? You know why it troubled him? Because he was an Edomite. He was a converted Jew. It troubled him because what? He understood the prophecy of this child against Rome. And all Jerusalem with him. So they were waiting on another Messiah? Why be troubled? Why not celebrate and or embrace this child? See? And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where Christ should be born. And they said unto him, in Bethlehem, Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet. Listen to this. And thou Bethlehem, Christ should be born. And they said unto him, in Bethlehem, Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet. Listen to this. And thou Bethlehem, and this is in scripture too, folks. In Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not thou least among the princes of Judah. For out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel. You go to Isaiah 9, and you can read the prophecy. Genesis 49, you can read the prophecy. So here it is. Now the Romans, the Edomites, feel threatened. So, but guess what? They could not have gotten this close to kill the boy unless they had a satellite in place watching our people. Someone in authority working for the other side. I think it's clicking right now, right?
Yeah.
The light is coming on, right? So when you see these guys operating in the business where every place our people are, they're in the business, same thing. It's not just making money. If our people operate outside of the parameters given us, they must report it. So check out Herod. Then Herod, when he had privately called the wise men, inquired of
Herod
them
was evil as hell, man.
diligently what time the star appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem and go and search diligently for the young child. And when you have found him, bring me word again that I may come and worship him also. But guess what? The wise men came. They went and found the child. They gave the child gifts. You know the story. But check this out. And when they were departed, speaking of the wise men, I'm at the 13th verse. Behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word. The Most High sends an angel to him. For Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. See this? So I sent an angel to him. For Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. See this? So an angel had to come and say, nah, don't listen. It's a trap. It's a trap. They're going to kill the boy and thwart the prophecy. See? When he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Egypt. Now check this out. They would stay in Egypt until the death of Herod. He arose, he took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Egypt. This is through government decree. What we're reading is a government, and check out what Herod does. Now, folks, this is through government decree. What we're reading is a government decree. So when people try to claim there's a separation between church and state, you're not supposed to be dealing with the Bible and politics, they don't want you to understand.
Yo. What's your, how old are you? What's your beliefs? Bro, how old are you and what's your beliefs, bro?
The target that's on your back. They don't want you to understand the dynamics politically.
15.
Why?
You're 15, huh? What's your beliefs, man? What you said a minute ago. I ain't say nothing.
We're systemically
what?
At the bottom. Controlled by those who are tasked from one generation to the next to finish.
He's talking about Israelites, by the way.
What Herod and Augustus Caesar couldn't.
And Caesar and Herod, those are Edomites, Jewish people. And the real Jews are Israelites.
Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men,
Christ was
exceeding wrath.
Christ was black. Christ was black, dark skin with white wool hair. Revelation 1:14, 15 is in the Bible. And Christ said, if you've seen the Father, you've seen me. So, and obviously they don't lie. They never lie. Christ has never sinned. He's the first begotten of the Father in heaven. So what'd you say? Bro, what's your beliefs, bro? 15, bro? Come on, man. You're 15, it's early, bro. You can get ahead. You can get ahead, man. Don't be a sheep and make mistakes and regret it when you're older. Like, what's your beliefs, bro? Like, I want to try to break it down a little bit so you can understand. Because a lot of people just don't understand, man.
Lou?
Bro, I'm 24. What is your beliefs? You can't just live life. What do you believe, man? You can't just live life like, bruh. The life we're living right now on earth is satanic and it's programmed. Government is satanic, bruh. I don't know if you knew that. Dude. Why can't you answer my question, bro? Okay, you're 15. What's your beliefs? What is your beliefs? What do you believe in, bro? Because people don't think, I guess people don't think too much about that, even though it matters the freaking most. Jesus, huh? All right. Jesus? All right, let me break it down. Like I just said, in the Bible, Revelation 1:14-15, it describes Christ as having white wool hair and dark skin, like fine brass as if it was burnt in a furnace. This is what John the Reveler is seeing in the Isle of Patmos in the book of Revelation, New Testament. So, and the way Christianity and Roman Catholics portray Jesus, it's a white man, Edomite. So, I don't know if you just said that because this is like a Bible stream, but Jesus is not a thing. Like, the disciple wasn't casting out demons in Jesus' name. Jesus wasn't even, there was no J's back then. J's is a modern term. It's a modern letter. So, the whole, that if you look it up, look up Caesar Borgia. That's Jesus, bro. Caesar Borgia, a Roman man, the son of a Pope of Rome, Alexander the Sixth, a poisoner, killed his brother, gay person, all that stuff. They picked the worst. They picked the worst Roman to play as Jesus. And a byword for Jesus is Zeus, and Zeus equals, it's another word for Satan. So you gotta do that research. You can't be a sheep. You can't just religion. Like, all religions are pagan, man. Like, people think the Bible is religion and it's Christianity. No. Christianity, Roman Catholics, they don't even follow the Bible. They don't follow it. If you read the Bible, what they teach in Christianity, like the religion, like, they don't follow the Bible. They go against it. Yeah. It's part of the laws and commandments. Look at Sodom and Gomorrah. The Bible calls America Sodom and Egypt and the Daughter of Babylon. And the laws aren't done away with. Is that the biggest thing about Christianity and Roman Catholics? They're basically the same, by the way. It's all pagan. I'll tell you why it's pagan. It's all from the Tower of Babel. They were making the Tower of Babel with Nimrod, right? Then they were building it. It was like a big giant weapon CERN tower thing. It was so tall, it was going to reach the heavens. Like, one brick took like a whole year. And Babylon was it was like the New World Order. It was one language, one religion, one thought. Like, everybody was basically just controlled and sheep under one religion. They all had, if you read the Bible, it says this. They all had in their minds to fight God. So the Most High had to send 70 angels to cut the tongue 70 different languages, 70 different ways. So our religions are literally just Babylonian. Like, it's all Babylon. Because Babylon started the whole religion thing. It's just all Babylonian. This man said Bella the wolf. Did you hear what I just said, bro? I never heard of Bella the wolf, bro. I've never heard of Bella the wolf. That's not in the Bible. Bible is truth. Religion is fake. Did you say you believe in Jesus just because like I'm talking about like the Bible? I never watched her. She's mocking your. It's not religion. See, you don't listen. I just said all religions are pagan. All holidays and religions are pagan. They're all pagan. They're all satanic. They're all evil. The origins of all religions, I'm gonna say it again, is Babylonian. Babylon had the first religion. The Bible does not equal religion. The Bible, bare minimum, the Bible doesn't equal Christianity or Roman Catholics. Because the Roman Catholics and Christianity does not follow the Bible. If you read the Bible yourself, they're literally going against what it says. Literally. I don't know who that is. But yeah, again, Roman Catholics, Christianity, they don't follow the Bible at all. They teach the virgin birth, which is Babylonian, like I just said. No, the Jewish, first of all, the Romans, the Jewish people, they believe in the Talmud, in the book of, they read the Kabbalah. The book of Kabbalah is a witchcraft book, and the Talmud, the book they read, that's Babylonian too, and it's like, it disrespects Christ. Like, the same people who are supposed to be the people, the Jewish people. So people gotta wake up to reality. It's pagan. It's pagan. It's Babylonian, like I just said, because both those books are Babylonian. Like Talmud's, because Esau, funnily enough, killed Nimrod, and Nimrod was resurrected. They put Nimrod's spirit in a baby. So that's where we get Talmud from. Because he was killed by Esau. And Esau is Jacob's brother. And Jacob is Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. So all that's pagan, bro. It's all Babylonian. Like, religion started at Babylon. Tower of Babel. And the tongues got split 70 ways. So it's all the same satanic Babylonian religion. Just just separated. Like it's all like all religions are the same. They're all Babylonian. There's just when they split the tongues, they all separated because they couldn't understand each other. Like they just all separated into their own locations, their own ways, but they still kept that religion. It's just in a different language, different locations, same religion. But there's a bunch of things like virgin birth. I mean, Christ's dad was Joseph. The Bible literally says that. Christ and God being the same, that's a lie because, and if you read the Bible, like Christ was praying to somebody when Christ got baptized, the Father literally said, "This is my son, well I'm well pleased in." Like, Jesus thing is a lie. I explained that already. There's all kinds of lies in religion and Christianity. It's all Satan at the top because Satan was at the top of the Tower of Babel. Like the whole idea of the Tower of Babel is Satan's will to get back up to the heavens because he got kicked out. That's the whole reason why they were building the tower to get back up there. It's because Satan promised he'll go back up there. That's why when you see NASA and all that, that's literally what they're doing. They're fulfilling Satan's will, bro. They're Edomites. They're Jewish people. That's why they got the star of Moloch as their freaking symbol. I wonder if the same guy is even here. Because I've been having one view on Twitch the whole time. And I don't think it's this guy because he just started typing. Why is this guy like... Bro. People are weird, man. It's like one word comes out the other ear, man. They don't want to listen. You can look up what I'm saying too. Yo, YouTube. Whoever's on YouTube, bro. What's your beliefs, bro? How old are you, bro?
Huh? Slew all the children that were in Bethlehem and in all the coasts thereof from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men. So from the time that the census was taken, they were able to make a government decree, find out what's what, go into certain areas where the children were actually born, and take out all the boys who were 2 years and younger.
I might stream on TikTok.
See, but they don't need a decree anymore. They don't need to do it like, they don't need to be so barbaric with it now. But guess what? It's the same outcome.
We do it ourselves.
It's legislated.
Yep.
What's legislated? Fair
This guy
use,
keeps running.
Fair.
Yo, who's watching
use.
me on YouTube? Like, how old are you and what's your beliefs, bro?
At the DNC a few days ago.
There's somebody popping up and popping out on my YouTube. Like, you can't answer that question? This guy did. How old are you? What's your beliefs, man? Because people love to just live life and just think anything they want. Like, you gotta actually know, man. Like, bro, the program they got on people is crazy, bro. Because people literally just be living life and just don't think nothing twice of it. Just a typical program, like, okay, flyer of aliens. Like, dude, that's literally a program that they put out there on purpose. Distraction. So, listen. People love just being a sheep, don't they? They sure do.
Fair use. For educational and religious purposes only.
Planned Parenthood mobile clinic. They have set one up just outside the United Center, and they won't just be handing out T-shirts and bumper stickers. They're actually going to be offering free abortion medication, inflatable IUDs, and vasectomies. News Nation's Kelsey Kernstein joining us live outside the United Center.
That's anti-God and satanic, by the way. Just free death on children, huh? That's pretty wild. Then you die in the process too because of that medication. The medication's gonna mess you up.
With more on this, the pro-life groups, Kelsey, they're pretty outraged by this show from Planned Parenthood outside.
Isn't that something? Out of all the things to have in front of the DNC, a mobile bus that can conveniently get rid of more of the children of Israel. Isn't that a coincidence? Huh? Isn't that a coincidence, huh? Let's hear something real quick. Let's hear something real quick, right? Fair use for educational purposes only. Here's a Raleigh only 1 year ago. Fair use.
I think it's
At least this guy
very
says believes
important,
that.
as you have heard from so many
Somebody.
incredible leaders, for us at every moment in time, and certainly this one, to see the moment in time in which we exist and are present, and to be...
Bro, you know how... Dude, that was the most philosophy, psychologic, witchcraft, new age, bro. The whole live in the moment thing is, dude, it's the same thing as like YOLO or something. It's satanic. So don't do that.
able to contextualize.
Do not do that. You gotta know the past. You gotta do it. Just live in the moment, huh? Hey, let's go have a one night stand. Oh, now I have a kid now. Oh, I'm in the moment. I'm gonna just abort the kid now. Forget about the past and future. I'm gonna keep doing the same BS. You know what I'm saying?
To understand where we exist.
Look at the people
in the
behind us.
history and in the moment as it relates not only to the past but the future.
What the is she talking about?
Look
She
at
don't
the
know.
people
She don't know.
behind
She
us.
actually
It's
does not know what the
very
hell she's talking about, man.
important, as you have heard from so many incredible
Delusion.
leaders.
Get off the stage.
For us at every moment
Get
in
those
time,
robots
and
behind
certainly
off the
this
stage
one,
too. Brain
to
dead.
see the moment in
Look at 'em.
time in which we exist and are present.
To see the time in which we exist in our present.
Ain't that something?
Fighting for reproductive freedom, they called it. Man, if only Augustus and Herod had the top psychologists this world
Psychologists.
this world
Psychology.
produces today.
Witchcraft. Through words.
If only they, man, if they could have used psychology,
Convincing
to trick
people to
those
die. To murder. It's crazy. You got some demon possessed ass. They're all, dude.
particular wise men. The angel had to intervene. The angels had to intervene, folks. They called getting rid of the children of Judah reproductive freedom. Boy, if Pharaoh could have had this level of control over the minds of the people.
To see the moment in time in which we exist and are present.
Well, this is nonsense.
To be
bro.
able to contextualize it.
Like hearing this,
to
like how can
understand
anybody
where we
like
exist
leave this shit?
in the history and in the moment as it relates not only to the past but the future.
Know how you can believe that? You're pagan. If you're pagan under these, you're pagan, bro. You believe that shit. Witchcraft, bro. Under that spell, man.
But it's all right.
Cause she talking crazy.
Even though
And
she
she-
said a bunch of nothing, I still
Yep.
understand it.
Literally
It doesn't make
just
sense at
nothing.
all. You You might as well have Biden.
She said nothing, bro.
Staggering out there.
Yeah, I'd rather
Staggering
Biden
out
low key. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Now, check this out now. I'm going to go there in a moment. Let me show y'all something here. Now, in order for them to execute, no pun intended, their plan against the children of Israel who has now awakened, they had to have this reproductive stuff clearly entrenched within our society, knowing that the majority of our people would begin the awakening. I stated earlier, why is it that our so-called black influencers on the radio, why they don't stomp against the abortion that's disproportionately affecting the children of Israel? Where's the voice of Charlemagne using the Breakfast Club to stop this crime against our children?
Breakfast Club, huh?
Where is Ricky Smiley to stop this?
Okay.
I even heard Dr. Eric Dyson, who always talk about protecting black women and all this other stuff, but you never hear him publicly say anything about the number of children that have died that have been taken out through abortion, pandering to our women. And guess what? What about Steve Harvey?
Sellouts.
Steve Harvey, you never hear him stand up and
Complete
use his
sellouts.
influence to tell our people, no, don't.
Because if they use their influence for actual good, bro, they're being silenced. All their fame and money is being snatched from them, bro. Gotta keep your people asleep, man, or you ain't kiss all this goodbye, bro. Kiss all this shit goodbye. Keep them sleep to where by the time they wake up, it's already too late. They already done took the job, about to die. Already done killed their kids. Know what I'm saying? And all that, bro. Already done took the FRID chip, Vera chip, Mark of the Beast already. It's too late.
Go that way. That women shouldn't have the right to what? The Bible says, thou shalt not commit murder. But where do they fit? Well, the Sanhedrin had lackeys right up under them in the Sanhedrin. Herod had the Sanhedrin, which would be your city council. You would have what? Augustus, the president, Caesar. You would have who? An Edomite governor who was a Jew by the name of Herod the Great, who sought to have the child. And then you would have lackeys up under Herod to carry out what? To carry out the plans to destroy and or control the children of Judea. So, who would these guys be if they were living back then?
Witches and warlocks.
Let's go here real quick. Who would they be? Well, here it is in the Bible dictionary. The Ricky Smileys, the Charlemagnes, and all those on the radio would be considered in ancient times Hellenists. Hellenists, they would have been considered. What are Hellenists? Hellenists, non-Greeks. Non-Greeks who spoke Greek. Oh, who spoke Greek? Greek fraternity? A term used specially of the Jews who made Greek their tongue. So these are our people. Renouncing their alliance or their allegiance to our God to gain benefits under the Roman and or Greek Empire. Hellenists are, it tell you here, especially of Jews who made Greek their tongue, and with it often adopted what? Greek ideas and practices. Huh? These are your Hellenists. That's who your Ricky Smileys are and all these others. They're Hellenists. They would be considered Hellenists back then. These are they who made a public denouncing of our God to take on pagan customs, pagan ideologies, and folks, the Hellenists began to resent our God and thought they were better than God's people. They were the gatekeepers for the Roman Empire. They carry Herod's and Augustus' water. They're lapdogs. They're fraternity right up under the converts. And they're controlled by the satellites under Rome. They're controlled. Okay? So when you see these guys stomping, let me show you. Ski-wee. When you see these guys
Negativity of the world.
stomping.
Bro, who was this guy again? The negativity of the world? Bro, if you're a pagan, like, you can't be talking about no negativity. Like, you're the negativity if you're a pagan. Anything outside of the Bible is bad. It's the Most High in Christ or Satan. So if you're not for the Most High Christ and Satan, and you're mocking religion, I mean, you're just pagan. I mean, because most people, I mean, she's obviously talking about, because most people think religion equals the Bible, so obviously she was talking about the Bible. So, just a pagan. Pagans are...
For the Democrats, the gatekeepers of the Democrats today, back then in ancient times, would have been the boot-licking Hellenists. Like your Roland, Martin, and others. Right? Let me show you. Divine Nine flexes political muscle as VP Kamala runs for president. And when you put in Divine Nine, folks, who comes up? Let's put in Divine Nine. Divine Nine are the Divine Nine witches and warlocks. Divine Nine are pagans, right? So let's get some images of your Divine Nine.
Divine, people don't do research. Do your research.
There they go.
People don't do the research.
Leading through black excellence.
People don't even think twice about shit like that, man. They don't even think twice.
Divine Nine. An African, listen to it now. In the early 20th century, African American college students were tired of the racial discrimination. Folks, don't ever fall for the HBCU race bait line. They only put that out there to have us believe they're there for us. When really, they're being controlled by Herod, by the conversion. And this is why every year or every election cycle, we're going to give some money to HBCUs. Yes, because these are your Hellenists, your gatekeepers, those who will push the agenda that will lead to the destruction of the children of Israel. Huh? And that's where your Ricky Smileys, that's where and don't forget, look how long Steve Harvey hid the fact that he was a Muslim. They always talk about church folk and all this and pandering to the church as if they're church people, when these people are dealing with secret religions against the Bible, against Christ. The boule. Exactly. Hit that like button for me one more time, please.
Ooh, the secret religions against
things,
Christ or Muslim.
Understand that these
satanic
people are enemies to God and Christ. They're the enemies of Christ. When you see this, AKAs, when you see AKAs like this, you're looking at those who are selling our people. These are sellouts who sold themselves to sacrifice our people for the enemy. And what comes out of it? You've seen it. A bus rolls up at the DNC that will convince our women to get rid of their children. Here you go.
Yep. Just like the zealots from the Antiquities of the Jews. Book of Josephus.
To God.
Yep. Your own people.
Traitors to Judah.
Yep.
Okay. Now, there's a few more things I want to go over here. A few more things. I'm not done yet. Now, these were the same people in position. These politicians for the last 4 years who said we need asylum seekers everywhere. We need to let them into the country. Let them into the country from Venezuela. After Chavez was killed, died. Venezuela was the example of South America when it comes to upward mobility, riches, power, a stable country in South America until the death of Chavez. After Chavez died, this happened to Venezuela. And I'm going to show you how it gets to where we are right now.
Yeah, Venezuelans are Israelites, by the way. They're Israelites.
Venezuela, check this out. 8 years ago. 8 years ago in Venezuela. Look at that. 8 years ago. It's still like this.
I've spent 4 hours in line here to buy bread, to be able to eat because there's no food. I was in a line this morning from 5 a.m. and at 11 a.m. I couldn't buy anything because there was nothing left.
The Western world came into Venezuela, turned it out, and even till this day, food lines around the corner rations food for the country of Venezuela. Toppled the economy. Now, why am I showing you this from 8 years back? Now, there's a domino effect. You start starving out a country, and you can't feed the people, not even in prison. The families couldn't even feed the prisoners. And eventually, there was a need for asylum, where you would get the worst out of their prisons and all that, and give them a license to come into the United States, as long as they don't press upon the others and do a job by doing what? Exhausting the treasury so that inflation can go up, take all the money so there's more inflation, and then through the what they call migrants, they'll let the migrants do.
Yeah, they're not migrants. That's like mercenaries. Social workers, man. Social warfare, man. Come here to cause chaos, to start wars and shit.
What American citizens can't. And what do I mean by that? Well, just say, for instance, you are a landlord, locked in to these contracts under Section 8 for the next 3-4 years. Right? You probably thought that when the pandemic went down, that maybe these people probably wouldn't have survived, but for some reason, these people still keep kicking. It must be their God. They're thinking, as a landlord, I got all these people locked into these apartment buildings for years under a lower contract with $10,000 per unit. Right now, $10,000 per unit I'll receive if I can just allow the migrants in. Because under the last administration, all of this money is being given to landlords if they're willing to house migrants. I need to get rid of these Section 8 people.
I'm pretty sure, well, it didn't really happen to me because the dude just sold his house. But, I mean, I got kicked out of my damn apartment by some Asians. So, I mean, that's a different. But this is happening. Look at Denver. Bunch of immigrants are literally tearing crap up, man. Tearing stuff up. They're told to do that. They're paid to do that. So.
Who are paying pennies on the dollar while the getting is good. Landlords are making hands over fists if they can find a way to kick out the people who are living in there and replace them with asylum seekers. Right? So, they can kill two birds with one stone. I'll have them move into the buildings, and through them occupying the buildings, all contracts can be breached.
I stream again. I'm about to pause this and stream again later. 2:05. Okay.